Good morning, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I am going live here on my personal Facebook page because it is the 5th year anniversary for A Beautiful Surprise. I can't believe it. The time, it really has flown by so fast. So, when I think 2022, it is officially 5 years, officially next month, but next month also is my birthday month. So, I'm kind of starting the celebration a little early. The reason why I'm going on my personal Facebook page here versus my Pilates Facebook page is because, dun, 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 I mean, it kind of all rolls into one, right? I am my brand, I am the Pilates studio as well. So I'm here to announce the our best pricing, our greatest bonuses that I've ever given out from A Beautiful Surprise is available now. It's going to, and by now, I mean 4/8. So in 4 days, I'm going to open the doors. And this is kind of our hurrah. This is our, we're here, we're doing this thing, we're building, we're growing, we're scaling, and we really want to invite in the community. And the community might be local. You might be local here. I'm in a suburb of Salt Lake City, but we also teach to people all over the world. So the reason why I say also that I'm here on my personal Facebook page versus my Pilates Facebook page is I know it was getting kind of confusing for a lot of people because locally here in my hometown, I'm known for teaching Pilates, right? I have the Pilates studio. But now that I also have so many other modalities that I do and that I teach in the studio, the energy work, the mastering the brain game, et cetera, I was kind of separating them just a little bit so that it made more sense for everyone. But we all know that when we move the energy physically through Pilates, we move the stagnant energy, right? It's not only just about like looking good and feeling good, it's actually literally about uplifting your spirit. So today I'm going to talk about those bonuses. They're coming up on 4/8. So this Friday. And here is how you can be one of the very first ones to know. You can just comment on this link here. So I'm live right now in my Pilates Facebook page, which is A Beautiful Surprise Pilates Studio. And I'm also live on my personal Facebook page. So either one, you could comment down below if you'd like to be one of the first ones to know about the specials. It's kind of an in-house deal, but it is, I promise, the greatest pricing and the greatest bonuses I have ever, 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 ever offered. So let's talk about it for just a moment. I literally just had a message from a client moments ago, and she said, "Hey, I just wanted you to know that I canceled my sessions for the rest of the week." And she's a new client. She's only done 1 week of private sessions so far. And those private sessions have all been doing Pilates with me. And so she said, "I just want you to know you want to know, Margot?" Yeah, if you're here and you want to say hello, I'd love for you too, so I can send you some love. Also on the replay. So, yeah, I've been focusing on Pilates with her, and so she just messaged me and she said, "I just want you to know that I've canceled some of my sessions coming up because I hurt my back doing yard work, and it's in a lot of pain. So I'll come back. Like I'm going to give myself a few days of rest, and I'll be back." Um, a lot of people don't know all of the modalities that I teach. So I do connective tissue therapy as well. I am a Rossiter instructor. Connective tissue, Rossiter is the modality that I use. And so I texted her back and I was like, well, just schedule a session, come in. We don't do Pilates necessarily, but we'll do connective tissue therapy. And I can do this whether you're virtual or you're in studio with me as well, which means that you're back up and moving instantly. It's the magical system of connective tissue therapy. So I'll go down that rabbit trail really quick, and I promise to come back. But connective tissue is the scaffolding to our body. It's the reason why our muscles, our tendons, our ligaments all stay in the place that they are. I like to explain it to people as it's the fascia lines, right? So like those knits, the knitting that goes around the fruit, like in grocery stores when they pack the kiwis and stuff like that. That knitting that you can kind of pull and stretch. That's kind of like what our fascial system looks like, our connective tissue system looks like. And interestingly enough, they carry about 5 to 7 times more nerve endings than anything else in the body. So that when the connective tissue gets bound, it can be very, very painful. the bones, the tendons, the ligaments, everything else in our body over time heals, right? Like sometimes we put a bone in a cast or just time, like she said, I'll just rest. This is like what we've been told to do. Turns out when we put the proper space in the connective tissue, then everything else starts to move at its proper space and place as well. And I'm just like so simplifying this right now, but this is part of what I do in Pilates. So it's how I help people progress as well. So I just thought I would, yes, Rossiter results are amazing. I'm going to put that comment up here. They are amazing. They're incredible. I attribute my 20 years of living with nearly daily debilitating migraines completely gone to the Rossiter system, 100%. I know that for a fact. So, all right, everyone. It's just a quick live to just say I'm so, so excited. It's our 5th year anniversary. So, if you have been, I know you've been watching me for a while. There's so many people that reach out and be like, I've been watching you since you opened. I'm like, it's been 5 years. It's time. It's time. So if you've been watching and you've been ready and just like, maybe not even ready, because are we ever ready? Are we ever really ready? I don't think so. I don't think we're ever really ready. We're maybe super interested, super curious. I want to, but I'm just not so sure, right? If that's you, then I would invite you to leave a comment. You can also just send me a private message and just say, hey, I'm interested in knowing when you open up. It is going to be very limited because these are very specials, very, very big specials that I'm offering for people to jump in, people that have been waiting and watching and ready to go so that we can build up the studio even more. It's just some momentum moving forward. Beautiful 5th year anniversary. So if this is you, comment here or send me a private message and just let me know you want to be one of the first ones to know on this Friday when I open up the doors. And it is very limited. So I'm going to run this weekend. We're going to run it until we actually have our physical like ribbon cutting and everything. We're going to do the whole shebang every weekend. But this weekend is the biggest, grandest, most hugest bonuses that you could ever get. So if that's you, I look forward to talking to you soon. You can leave me a comment or slide into my private messages and let me know that you would like some more information and I can help you to get started. It is limited though. I will say it's going to open up on Friday. It closes on Sunday. When I run this again, which would be another week, it won't be nearly as good of a deal, nearly as good of the bonuses as well. I'll give you a clue. One of the bonuses is a Rossiter session. A Rossiter session normally is $150 per session, and I'm bonusing the Rossiter session. I'm also bonusing, I'll just tell you what 2 of the bonuses are, is a free one-on-one as well. So a private one-on-one session. So I know I spill all the beans. If this is you and you're ready to look and feel like you have always imagined, if you have been looking for a community of people to surround yourself with that feels welcoming, it feels inviting, it feels like someone is down there waiting for me to help me to move really well and to remind me to breathe deep and to help me to physically get into positions and to get a kick-ass workout that not only shapes my body, but it shapes my mind. If this is you, then I invite you to comment down below and let me know that you want to be one of the first ones on 4/8 to get this special offer. Hello, Jen, my friend. I love seeing you guys here live with me. So yeah, that's the thing of it, right? Is we have I know I've said this before, I'm going to say it one more time. Did you know that gyms, like big box gyms, and even smaller gyms, they are legally allowed, at least in the state of Utah, they are legally allowed to outsell their memberships by 900%. 900%. Isn't that fascinating? Like I'm doing this, like I'm holding up the 9. Isn't that fascinating? Because yeah, Jen, thank you. Jen lives in a whole other state away from me and she does virtual Pilates and it's incredible. Thank you, Jen, for saying that. I'm just gonna spotlight that. Screenshot. Oh yeah. And Michelle, I'm coming for you, Michelle. I have talked to Michelle, so I'm gonna come back to her. I'm coming for you, Michelle. But anyways, yeah. This is fascinating. I had a client years ago who was a contracts attorney, and she was telling me this, that gym memberships can oversell their their fire code. So however many people that are allowed in the building, and these are like normally big buildings, right? So let's say that, like, I don't know, 500 people are allowed in the building, times 9, they can oversell those memberships. One, because how many people are actually, like, not everyone's going to show up at the same time, right? So they can kind of take the law of averages there, but then they can really average in 900%. What are they counting on? They're really counting on less than 1 out of every 9 people ever actually showing up to the gym, because that is the statistic. I can't even say it. That's the statistic. Isn't that crazy? Why? Well, because if we're just randomly going to the gym and we don't have a pre-planned workout and we don't really have anything or anyone encouraging us to go and to be there, and we're not really stimulated and we're kind of doing the same walk on the treadmill or the same, I don't know, bicep, tricep curls over and over again, it's not mentally stimulating. It's kind of boring. And not only that, even if you are someone that regularly, because I like to lift also. So even if you are someone that is really committed to your regular workout routine, but you're not getting results anymore, that's because you will max out eventually on regular bicep, tricep curls or walking on the treadmill, or even, all of those pre-planned workouts, because your muscles need to be stimulated as much as your mind does. That's what Pilates does. It is the strengthening plus the stretching plus the control. No 2 workouts are ever the same unless you're doing classical Pilates, meaning the way that Pilates himself designed and prescribed the workout. But those are your building blockers. So one thing that I tell the other teachers that work here at A Beautiful Surprise is that if we're having fun, if we're loving teaching the workout, then our clients are having fun as well, and our clients are enjoying the workout as well. What I love more than anything is being able to kind of look out the window of the front and watching the people stand out front and still talk, sometimes for way more than the next session that I'm teaching. So it's the community, it's the camaraderie, it's the knowing that not only do your teachers have the education and the knowledge, but we really have the compassion, the empathy. We want you to succeed. We can take all of your history, everywhere you've been so far, your contraindications, your limitations, whatever it might be physically in your body, even mentally, emotionally, and we can support you where you're at to help you to get to your goals. So if this is you, if you have been looking for something to be really inspired, to get excited by, it truly is. I hear this over and over and over again. Clients will say, I look forward to my workout. I'm sad when it's over, and I'm so excited when I come back. Melissa, that comes here, when we were closed down for COVID, she was like, I can't believe we get to go back. It's like Christmas morning. That's really what it is. So I could go on and on. One other thing I'm going to talk about is a huge bonus that I'm offering as well. Beyond Pilates is I teach something called Mastering the Brain Game. And it is an incredible program series teaching that allows your heart and your mind to finally speak to one another, to come into coherence with one another. And I want to say even your gut. So when the brain in your gut, the brain in your heart, the brain in your mind, when they're all speaking to one another and they're in resonance with one another and they agree on who they are, who you are, what you really, really desire, and why you want it. This is when life starts happening. It's when the magic starts happening. Life starts getting really good. You can tell I just like slowed down there just a little bit because I can feel this in my body starting to shift for myself. And so for so many of you that are feeling this as well. Mastering the Brain Game comes with a couple other things that I teach as well, including my Rise Tribe. It is intimate coaching, mentorship, teaching with me. The normal pricing for that is $2,777, and I am bonusing it to anyone that prepays for their Pilates for the entire year, because I love people that are all in. I'm a ruling number 7. I jump in, I go in, and I'm like, all right, like I got this. I'm trusting myself. I'm trusting that belly, that fire in my belly to go for it. And so that is another bonus offer that I'm gifting this weekend as well. So yeah, if you are someone looking to make the commitment to yourself to find a modality that's really fun, and that will shape your body, will shape your soul, will shape your mind, then I invite you again to comment here. I will reach out to you, and you will be one of the very first ones to be able to take advantage of the offer this Friday, 4/8/2022. All right, everyone, have an amazing day. And just like Jen did here, and she tagged her friend Michelle, if you know anyone who could benefit from this as well, yeah, I'd invite you to go ahead and tag them as well. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing day.